Welcome everyone, Eric Wooldridge of the Additive Guru channel. I'm here with Kei Goodson, also of our lab here today. We're going to talk to you about the PrintDry, a device that's used to solve that problem of your filament cracking. One of the things that you run into, especially if you print a lot with PLA in your lab or maybe some nylon, is that you'll get some absorption of water into the filament. And in PLA, it'll often make the actual filament crack. You'll come back one day and the roll is actually cracked between the extruder and the actual roll where the filament is, and sometimes it'll break right at the extruder or maybe up on the roll. And so that's an issue with the fact that the thermoplastics are absorbing the moisture and becoming brittle. So Kei, tell us a little bit about what the PrintDry does for folks in dealing with this problem.
Well, the PrintDry is effectively a dehydrator. So it's really great for smaller operations. If you don't have a dehydrator in your room, it's good for taking care of your filament. If you leave your filament off your printer, you shelve it a long time, and you don't bag it properly, or even if you do, you want to maybe run it through here and make sure it's properly dehydrated, because like you said, it does make it brittle, and if you have a bone drive, it can get stuck in there.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Another thing to watch out for too is not only the nylons and also PLAs. You can also get into, if you're getting into more high-end printing with thermoplastics such as PEEK and Ultim, water absorption into the material is a very big deal. So one of the things that we might do before every print with Ultim, for example, is we might run it through this dehydrator to get it set right. And you'll notice that on its actual, it has some settings and some temperatures that are controlling the amount of temperature, the actual heat going through the chamber in terms of how fast it can actually dry it out and what you want it to be. And the website will provide information on that.
yes, it does absolutely provide information for the different materials, like you said. It also has information on dehydrating your desiccant. So if you keep desiccant for long periods of time and you need to reuse it, it does have information about that in there too.
Oh, and that's a very good point. One of the things that we do here in the lab is when we get materials in and we maybe open the package and then put it back into storage, we'll actually put a container full of desiccant to actually just let it sit in there. We might need to recharge the desiccant from time to time. Another really cool feature about this is the fact that it's got the little port that you can see right here, and that allows you to actually print while dehydrating. So you can actually keep your material in there, run your filament through the port, and run it right into your 3D printer. It's definitely worth checking out. So like this can typically be bought on most online stores?
I believe so, yes. It's available on Amazon and Matter Hackers and PrintDry directly.
Cool.
It's also, one of the great things is you can actually stack it. It has more carriages, so you can actually have multiple prints, and they have independent carriages, so you can actually either print from both two different printers, or just do a whole batch of drying if you need to.
Gotcha.
Of course, it's going to affect the drying time if you do that.
Yeah, and it does range, like we said. Sometimes we'll leave this in for about 8 hours in the lab or overnight to get it nice and dry before a print run. It is very, very crucial though in terms of your material performance that you deal with the water, the moisture content in your filament. So great little product that we use here in the lab. It's a 110 plug, so it doesn't use much power, and really solves a lot of problems, especially if your printer's sent out in the open for a long period of time. And sometimes when we see this in our lab too, with your HVAC, your air conditioning, in the springtime you'll see a lot of HVAC systems pull in outside air that's got a higher moisture content to it, and you'll see more brittle snaps that will occur during certain times of the year. So great little product to check out, and thanks for watching, and check out our other videos for some great 3D printing tips. We'll see you.